Okay, good morning. Our lesson is to divide fraction. Okay, so divide simple fraction and mix fractions. Okay, at the end of the lesson, the learners are expected to identify dividend and divisor of the fractions, know how to get the reciprocal of the divisor, multiply and express answer in lowest terms, and realize the importance of recycling. Okay, let's have first the drill. Okay, change the following mixed fractions into improper fraction. So the first one is 2 and 3/4. How will you change that into improper fractions? Yes, that is equivalent to 11/4. Next, 2 and 5/8. 1 and 5/8. That is equals to 13/8. Next, 2 and 4/5. That will become 14/5. Then, 5 and 1/6 will become 31/6. And the last one is 4 and 2/3 will become 14/3. Now, let's have a review. There are 3 parts. So the first one, okay, give the product of the following fractions. So you have 3/4 multiplied by 2/3 is equals to 1/2. Okay, just cancel 3 and 3, 2 and 4, and 4 will become 2. So that is 1/2. Next, you have 2 and 2/3 multiplied by 3 and 3/8. So therefore, since they are both mixed number, change them into improper fraction and proceed to cancellation. So the result is 9. Next, 3 and 5/6 times 6/7. That will become 3 and 2/7. Next, 4 and 3/5 times 10/12. Again, you have to change that, the 2 and 3/5 into improper and then proceed to cancellation. So the result is 2 and 1/6. And the last one is 4 and 2/5 multiplied by 5/8. Again, change again to improper. So the result will become 2 and 3/4. Next. Okay, this is for mental computation. So how many 4 are there in 24? So that is 24 divided by 4. And the result is, okay, so that is 6. Next, how many 6 are there in 36? So 36 divided by 6 equal 6. How many 2's are there in 18? So 18 divided by 2 equals 9. How many 3's are there in 21? So that is 21 divided by 3 is 7. And the last one is how many 8's are there in 64? So that is 64 divided by 8. And the result is 8. And for letter C, give the fractional parts of the following figure. Okay, so we have, so that is equal to 2 halves. And this one, how many or what are the fractional part? So that is the 3/5 and the 5/8. How about this one? So that is 5/5. this one. So that is 8, 8. Okay, this one. Okay, so that is 4/6 and 2/6. So now, let's open this and let's try to find what is us on the given situation. Okay, what do you do if you have leftover things or food at home? What do you do usually? Are you recycling it? If it is food, of course you have. And why? Okay, let's try to find out why this thing so. So read the problem carefully, then answer the question below. Okay, Lorna braids strip of cloth into rags. How many strips, each 7-8 cm wide, can she cut from a material that is 12 and 1/4 cm wide? Okay, let's try to analyze and answer the question. Okay, so what is us in the problem? What is us in the problem? So, strip of cloth Lorna can make. And what are the given facts? So that is the 7-8 cm and 12 and 1/4 cm. What operation will be used? What operation? Yes, that is division. Okay, how will you write the mathematical sentence or the number sentence? So that is 12 and 1/4 divided by 7/8 equals n. Now, how many braids of strip of cloth did Lorna make? Okay, how many? So, Lorna made 14 braids of strips of cloth. And how Lorna got 14? And that is our discussion later. What character trait or traits did Lorna show? Any? So, the first is thrifty. She is thrifty, right? Okay. If you were Lorna, will you do the same thing? Why? Okay, now let's proceed on division of fraction or simple fraction. Dividing simple fraction. Example, 3/5 divided by 4/5. Let us identify first the two fractions. The 3/5. 3/5 is the dividend and the 4/5 is the divisor. And then let's get the reciprocal of the divisor. The 4/5, you have to flip it. The 4/5 will become 5/4. And then proceed to multiplication. So you have 3/5 times 5/4. And cancel 5 and 5. So that will become 1, 1. And 3 times 1 equals 3. And 1 times 4 equals 4. So that is equal to 3/4. Next example. 4/7 divided by 3/5 equals n. Again, 4/7 is the dividend, 3/5 is the divisor, and get the reciprocal of the divisor, the 3/5, which is equals to 5/3, then proceed to multiplication. So you have 4/7 times 5/3. We cannot cancel 4 and 3. 4 and 7, and 5, 7, 5, 3. So what we have to do is to multiply. 4 times 5 is equals to 20, and 7 times 3 is equals to 21. So therefore, that is 20 over 21. Next, 3/6 divided by 14/24 equals n. Again, let's get the reciprocal of the divisor. And the divisor is 14/24, and that will become 24 over 14. And then 3/6 multiply by 24 over 14. Okay, let's cancel. Okay, cancel 24 and 6. So that will become 4 and 1 respectively. Then proceed to multiplication. So you have 3 times 4 equals 12. And 1 times 14 equals 12. So that is 12 over 14. But we can still cancel or reduce that into lowest term. And that is equal to 6/7. Why is it 6/7? You divide 12 and 14 by 2. Okay, so this time, this is your activity or learning task 1. Find the quotient of the given fraction. Okay, so you have 7/8 divided by 3/4 equals n. Number 2, 7/6 divided by 5/6 equals n. Number 3, 5/12 divided by 160 equals n. And number 4, 12 over 5 divided by 1/6 equals n. My question is, how to divide simple fraction? How to divide simple fraction? And even on with a mixed number? Oh, no, not yet. Okay, so let's define first dividend. So dividend, that is a number to be divided by another number. Divisor, that is a number by which another number is to be divided. And reciprocal, that is the multiplicative inverse or just flip it. And the quotient is the number resulting from the division of one number by another. Again, as I said a while ago, in dividing fraction is simply multiplying the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second fraction. Again, the reciprocal of a fraction is found by flipping its numerator and the denominator. Make it sure that the dividend and the divisor is always written in its fractional form, and then simplify or write your answer in lowest term through cancellation method. Okay, next, dividing mixed number by another mixed number. So you have 4 and 2/5 divided by 2 and 4/10. Okay, what shall we do here? So of course, that is equals to n. Of course, we have to get or we have to change the mixed number into improper fraction. And that is 4 and 2/5 will become 5 times 4 plus 2 over 5, and that is equals to 22 over 5. Next is 2 and 4/10 will become 10 times 2 plus 4 over 10 equals 24/10. Now, 22/5 divided by 24/10. Okay, so this time, we have to get the reciprocal of the divisor. No, we have to get the reciprocal of the divisor. That is 24/10 will become 10 over 24, then change the operation to multiplication. So you have 22/5 times 10/24. We can cancel 10 and 5. 22 and 24. That will become 11 and 12 respectively. Then cancel 2 and 12. And 2 will become 1 and 12 will become 6 and proceed to multiplication. So you have 11 times 1 equals 11 and 1 times 6 equals 6. So that is 11 over 6. Can we simplify? Yes. And how many 6? There is only one 6 in 11 and what was left is 5. So that is 1 and 5/6. Okay, so in dividing mixed number by another mixed number, we have to consider the following steps. Can you name? So first, change mixed numbers into improper fractions. Second, get the reciprocal of the divisor and change the sign to multiplication. Next, multiply the numerators and the denominators separately. And finally, change improper fraction into mixed number. Okay, for your activity. So you have 12 and 3/12 divided by 2 and 3/4 equals n. 9 and 2/3 divided by 1 and 3/10. Next, 8 and 5/6 divided by 2 and 7/8 equals n. And 8 and 5/6 divided by 2 and 1/4 equals n. Number 5, 5 and 4/7 divided by 2 and 10/21 equals n. 6, 12 and 5/8 divided by 3 and 19/24 equals n. And then 7 and 5/6 divided by 3 and 1/2. And the last one, 14 and 2/3 divided by 2 and 2/7. Okay, for the problem solving, let's study this. So, Rafaela has 15 and 3/4 cassava cakes. If each serving is 2 and 1/4 cakes, how many serving does she have now? Okay, so let's analyze. Who has cassava cakes? Okay, so Rafaela has cassava cakes. What are the given facts? So that is 15 and 3/4 and 2 and 1/4. Okay, how will you find the answer? Of course, you have to divide. Okay, how will you represent the data? So that is 15 and 3/4 divided by 2 and 1/4 equals n. And what is the answer? Okay, let's solve. 15 and 3/4 change to improper fractions. That will become 63/4. And for the 2 and 1/4 will become 9/4. And then get the reciprocal of the divisor. And the reciprocal is 4/9. So, proceed to multiplication and then use cancellation method. Okay, so 63/4 times 4/9. Okay, cancel 4 and 4 will become 1 and 1 respectively. And proceed to multiplication before we cancel. So we have 63 times 1 equal 63. And then 1 times 9 equals 9. And that is 63/9, which is equals to 7. Therefore, Rafaela makes 7 servings of cassava cake. Okay? In problem solving, you can use or you can follow the agonsa. And what is agonsa? Okay, so what is asked in the problem? What are the given facts? What operation are we going to use? What is the number sentence? Solve for the number sentence and answer. So, A stands for asked, G for given, O for operation, N for number, S for solve, and A for answer. Or, you can use the polya. And when we say polya, you have to understand the problem, devise a plan, and or translate, carry out the plan or solve, and of course, you have to look back, meaning you have to check and interpret. Okay, so for your learning task 3, solve the given problems, show your solution, and encircle the final answer. So, a cook has 2 and 3/4 pounds of ground beef. How many quarter pounds burger can he make? Next, a child needs to take 1/6 tablespoons of medicine per day in 4 equal doses. How much medicine in each dose? So, how much? So, how many 5/6 cup salt shakers can be filled from 24 cups of salt? Okay, so you can follow or you can use polya or the agonsa. And for the modified true or false, just write the word true if the statement is correct. And if the statement is wrong, just write the word or words that make the statement incorrect. Okay, so you have the denominator of any whole number is 1. To find the reciprocal of a fraction, simply interchange the numerator and the denominator of given fraction. And then there's no need to change the division sign into multiplication sign if you are going to divide fraction by another fraction. For there is always a need to write answer in simplest form. 5. In dividing fraction, you'll need to get the reciprocal of the given divisor before you multiply the numerators and the denominators. 6. The reciprocal of 8 and 1/4 is 8/4. 7. The product of 3/4 and another fraction is 5/4. The other fraction is 3/5. Then 1/2 pizza will divide among 3 pupils. Each pupil receive 1/6. Okay, so this time we're going to solve routine and non-routine problems involving division of fraction using appropriate problem-solving strategies and tools. So let's define the routine, which can easily be solved using at least one arithmetic operation and or ratio. Whereas when we say non-routine, it is a type of problem that requires analysis, manipulation, or derivation of formulas and the like. Oftentimes, this problem can be solved in a multiple way. Okay. So, let's have a review. Please take note. Okay, let's use the fractional chart and then answer the question below. So, of course, you have the 1/2, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/6, 1/8, and 1/12. Okay, the first question is, how many halves are there in 1/2? So, you have to show the equation. So, that is 1 divided by 1/2. Next, how many parts are there? So, we talk about 1/2. So, that is 1 divided by 1/4. Next, how many 6 are there? So, that is 1 divided by 1/6. And how about this one? How many 12s or how many 1/12s are there in 1/2? Okay, so what is the dividend here? So the dividend is 1/2. And the divisor, of course, is the 1/12. Okay, so you have your learning task 1. Translate each of the following problem. Write your answer on the space provided for. The quotient of 9 and 3/4 and 5/8. 15 and 1/3 divided by 23/18. Just translate. Next, 1/2 is split to 43 and 1/2. 4. The quotient of 3 and 1/5 and 2 and 1/3. And of course, the last one is the quantity of 6 times 3 and 1/2 over 2. Okay, in problem solving, especially routine and non-routine word problem, if division is the operation involved, you need to know the terms. So what are the terms that you have to remember for you to be able to know if it is division? So the quotient divided by, cut, average, and split into. So that is, or they are the common words encountered in dividing fraction. Next, A farmer had 6 hectares of farmland. If he gives 3/4 hectare to each of his children, he will have no left for himself. How many children does he have? Okay, so you have to analyze. You have to follow the agonsa or the polya. Okay, so that is 6 divided by 3/4 equals n. And you have to get the reciprocal of 3/4, which is equals to 4/3, and then change the sign or change the operation to multiplication, and that is 6 times 4/3. So you can cancel 6 and 3, and that will become 2 and 1 respectively. Then 2 times 4 equals 8. And the divisor of 8 is 1. So we don't need to write 1 on 8 because that is already a whole number. So a farmer has 8 children. Okay, for your activity, okay, so Mario has 12 boxes of pizza. He cut each pizza into 8. How many pieces of pizza will there be? Next, Tony had 5 and 1/2 kilograms of sugar. How many cakes can he bake if he will use 1/4 kilogram of sugar per cake? And what is the average of 2 and 1/3 and 3 and 1/2? 4. J will put 4/5 milligram of salt in each plastic. So how many plastic will he need for 14 milligrams of salt? And for your learning task 3, solve the following problems. Then write your answer on your notebook. How many 1/5 are there in 17 and a half? How many 2/3 centimeter can be cut from 20 centimeter piece of ribbon? A glass can hold 1/5 liters of juice. How many glasses can 13 and 3/5 liters of juice can be poured on it? And then next is a tailor uses 2 and 1/2 yards of cloth for a shirt. If he has 20 yards of cloth, how many t-shirts can he make? And for your last task, okay, so you will write agree, disagree, and more, meaning need assistance. So I can easily identify the given in a problem. Next, I can determine what is asked in the problem easily. 3. I can now easily check whether the operation to be used is division or not because of the phrases and hints I've learned. 4. I can now easily solve number sentence involving division of fraction. And for number 5, I can easily write the label or units on my answer correctly. 6. I can easily answer or solve any routine problems about division of fractions. And 7. I can answer or solve non-routine problems about division of fraction easily. And the last one is, I can solve the problem. No, there's still one. I can solve the problem on division of fraction without help. And the last one is, if needed, I can write my answer in lowest terms correctly. Okay, so Thanks for watching and listening. Please stay tuned for the next lesson. Okay, goodbye and good luck.